morning. Good morning, Donna. Morning, everybody. I started a little bit early. I'm just got home from work, just crammed some food in my face hole, and hi, Facebook user. I decided to start early because I was gonna play Fortnite before the live with my friend, but now it's starting to update. Okay, Facebook user, your name is Carol. Hi, Carol. You are on StreamYard, yes. So the link that gets posted in the group is technically on Facebook, and to be on the YouTube of it, you do have to come to Brendan Talks on YouTube and make sure you participate in that live. But it's the same thing. It just depends on how your name shows up. If you're on Facebook, the only difference is if you're on Facebook, you don't see the YouTube comments. Hold on. I'm sending a picture of the Fortnite updating to my friend because she's like, mine didn't have to update. Well, mine is, so I don't know. So yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, there is tons of stuff going on. Actually, it's really overwhelming right now how much stuff is going on because, let's see, I am about 8 days away from leaving to go to Wisconsin, and I'm about a week and a half away from rally. So we're coming up to. I mean, it's crunch time. You know, I got tons of stuff I have to do, me personally, before I leave, and then there's things that, you know, I'm setting up for rally. You know, I got flyers ready, I got banner, I got there you are under your stars. I got signs, I got another supporter signs who's flying in that she, you know, so I'm gonna be driving them in. Her signs for her. It's just a lot of stuff coming up, and amongst all that, you know, I've got the postcard thing. So I did get the new postcards. I did finally get stamps as well. That's what's been holding me up for sending out a bunch of postcards. So tonight before work, I'm going to be mailing off tons of postcards to people for you all to have. And also, just another reminder, if you are in the UK, don't forget to message. Sorry, my nose is all congested. Don't forget, you can email UK postcards for Brendan@gmail.com, and she can help you out with the UK side of it. And then, I mean, you can also email me. I don't mind sending you guys postcards either from America. Just saying, you know, the option is there to use Rhonda, who I hear is coming to the rally as well. So I'm really excited for that. That's awesome. But yeah. No, yeah. Hi, Carrie. Yes, we are ready for rally, or getting ready. We're almost ready. I'm getting really excited and nervous. I have everyone who watches the show regularly knows I have anxiety. I have an anxiety disorder. So that's starting to be more evident in me. Just the anxiety of planning it all, and but once we get there and, you know, we're there, it'll be fine. I know it will be. But yeah, it's crazy stuff is coming up, and yeah. So I I did hear from Brendan last night through email. I have to tell you something, Carrie. We do have a prize, a winner for the word or fun word, and there is a new fun word. But we're going to go ahead and wait off on that until Sunday again, if that's okay with you, Carrie. So I'll message you all that. But yeah, we do have a winner. So I will say, Rhonda Shaw, you did win the fun word, which was Snorlax. And then now there's going to be a new fun word coming up soon. He really enjoys that stuff. He has fun with it. He thinks it's really creative how you guys use those fun words in your letters. So just if you want to write to Brendan, Sunday, Carrie, my mod Carrie, posts in our group, send a letter to Brendan on Sundays, and then she posts a fun word. And you guys, write to Brendan with the fun word in it. We don't call it anything. You just say, like, let's say for instance, it's Pikachu. It's not Pikachu. It was Pikachu at first, but it's not Pikachu now. But anyway, you somehow use it in a sentence of some sort or whatever, and Brendan will let me know who the first person, or first people, I should say, because sometimes we have multiple winners. First people that gets the letter to him, he lets me know, and then I send you a little prize. I have stickers, I have buttons, I have all sorts of stuff. So all Brendan support stuff. So it's really fun for him. It just gives him something to look forward to, other than your letter. He really loves your guys' letters in general. So if you do want to write to him, please consider doing that. Just make sure you put your full name and return address on the envelope, and he will get it. If you don't put those things on the envelope or on the letter, then he won't get the letter. And another option is you can go through Text Behind. If you go to textbehind.com and sign up for that, you can actually send him letters and pictures through the website. It's not an email. You have to actually they print it out. So you type it on the website, they'll print it out and give them a printout of your letter. So you still have to include your name and your return address, because they tell them the name, who it's from. Like, just for instance, they'll say Carrie Ann, but they won't there's no return address or anything. So you still have to include it on that. So just make sure you do that if you use Text Behind. I suggest, especially if you guys have never written to him before, or you live in another country, or you're unsure of how to send a letter to Brendan through snail mail, Text Behind is a great tool for that. It's a lot faster, especially if you live overseas, for him to get a letter, and it's pretty much guaranteed he'll get the letter. Just like I said, just make sure you put your return address on it, or else he will have issues writing you back. He won't be able to. And let's see. So the new postcards, I only ordered 250 of them. I am going to send them out. Oh, recently I did something. I talked about it in a live before. I'm actually really excited about this. They had the website that I use for the postcards and the signs and all that. Really great website. It's a little expensive, I think, in the shipping part of it, but I think it comes out like really great quality stuff. So I don't mind paying for that to get that. But recently they had a promotional thing, and I wanted to try it. So I actually had these business cards made up. Hold on. Now I'm going to show you guys a picture, and you're not allowed to judge me by the laundry that you see. I am great with doing laundry and folding it. I am not so great at putting it away. It sits in my basket. So hold on, let me. But I made these business cards basically, and I really like them. I think they turned out really great, and I'm actually really excited about them. I felt like I ordered a lot, but I don't know if it's a lot. I ordered like 100 because it was like $8 for like 100, and I don't know. Hey, Leanne, I don't know if that's a fair deal. I don't know. I've never ordered business cards before, but I felt like $8 isn't a lot. I don't mind spending $8. I think with shipping it was like $10. That's not a lot of money to me. I mean, it's just $10. But I wanted to make these cards because I thought this would be easier. Because I get a lot of questions outside of Facebook and all that, as far as because I wear a lot of Brendan t-shirts, and I have a Brendan thermos, or coffee cup thing that I bring to work, and I have Brendan Dassey on my car, on the bumper sticker on my car. And a lot of people in Arizona aren't really familiar with Brendan and his story. I get asked that a lot, like, who's Brendan Dassey? Oh, have you seen Making a Murder? And then they'll be like, I don't remember. Like, it's literally like that in conversations. So I thought it would be cool to make these little business cards. Plus, Eric Cozy, he had the same idea. He had business cards, but his was more for him, I think. But anyway, my name's not on the business cards. So it's not necessarily I'm promoting me. Not that that's a problem if anybody out there does do that. But this is what I did. I had up these business cards. Hold on. It's taking a minute. There we go. So I had these business cards made up. Brendan talks, support for the complete and innocent Brendan Dassey. I have the YouTube. Here's the new email that I have set up. So if you have my personal email, don't worry about it. But if you don't have my personal email, right, exactly, Carrie. It's hard to explain because you have to basically start from ground zero with this case and start from the very beginning and then work your way up. And it's a lot of info, and sometimes it can be like really overwhelming to somebody to be like, oh, well, I mean, I have a short synopsis that I tell people, like, oh, I have a friend, he's wrongfully convicted in Wisconsin for something he didn't do, and I try to do everything I can to help him. But this is what I made, and this is so I can be like, well, here's this card. You can scan the code. The code takes you to a tree link that I had made a while back ago. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Allergies. So if anybody wants to utilize tree code, it's actually kind of cool. Tree link, they call it. Hold on. If you hold on, let me see if I can do. Nope, doesn't show up. Anyway, if you scan the code, it'll take you to, I could probably just do it from here, actually. Hold on. Nope, I can't. Wait. Nope, I can't. It's free, by the way. If you guys ever have businesses or social media that you want to advertise yourself on multiple social media outlets, TreeLink is, I've seen it a lot on TikTok. It's just one link and then it has everything on it. And I always, that's kind of the reason why I saw it and I was like, I need to do that because, you know, you've got the YouTube, Facebook group, and then plus you got all these petitions and so this is what I created this. Here we go. So when you scan the code, you get, here, let me share screen, Chrome tab. When you scan the code, you'll get this. This link sends you to this link, and it's basically, it's got Brendan Talks social media maintained by Team Brendan Talks on behalf of Brendan Dassey. You've got the YouTube. You've got the petition for Brendan Dassey Juvenile Interrogation Protection Law in Wisconsin, petition the governor of Wisconsin. There's the merchandise. There's the TikTok. There's the Discord, Facebook, Instagram, my Etsy, because I do sell paintings and stuff, you know, for Brendan, and the money goes to Brendan. You've got my Twitter, Linda's Twitter, and Linda's YouTube. So, you know, and I could keep adding to this, you know, like if there's a new petition, I could add it to this. If there's, I was actually considering adding a few different things that pertain to Brendan, maybe a Wikipedia page, maybe, and, you know, just a bunch of stuff. That way, I can hand the person the card and be like, here's everything, you know. Maybe I'll even put the link to the Netflix, you know, Making a Murderer on Netflix. So it's definitely, I like it. I created this a while back ago, so it hasn't been updated in a while, as far as that goes. But like, I like this idea. It's on my social media stuff. Like if you go to my Twitter, where is this? This is the card. This is a business card that I had made. This card. So I might, when I send out some postcards, I might send people a couple of these cards too, just so that you guys can have it too. Not so, I mean, yeah, I want Brendan Talks to be promoted in a way, but also I just think this is a really cool idea to kind of help spread, you know, more information for Brendan. So that's the other thing I was going to say. If you guys have any websites you want to include in that QR code, let me know and I'll include it. So yeah, that's what I have been working on behind the scenes. Amongst other things. Like I said, I'm going to be sending out a bunch of postcards here soon, tonight. And so if you guys want new postcards. Pretty soon I'm going to start the payout for the t-shirts and all that. I think I'm going to wait until after rally though. And then that way Brendan and Steven can get t-shirt money that they've earned through the rally t-shirt sales. And so far I think they've earned, what was it, $97 each? So that was pretty good. So thank you guys for doing that, for buying the rally t-shirt. I hope everyone has been liking them. I'm really excited about wearing mine to rally. Of course, in the description below, you have the merchandise link. So if you guys want to buy a t-shirt of any kind or the rally t-shirt. And yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else really to update on. Oh, this Saturday, I actually have some interesting and exciting news. This Saturday, so I don't know, has anybody heard about Making a Murderer the musical? I saw. Oh, nice. Yeah, I only got one t-shirt, but yeah, no, they're nice t-shirts too, huh? All right, I'm just gonna put this up here. Actually, you know what? I'll talk about this first before Making a Murderer the musical. So we've got, I think, let me check. Yeah, so I've been doing this PayPal pool, another PayPal pool for Barb and Pete for gas money to go see Brendan. Sorry. I was going to say something to my dad, but I think I'm going to wait until after the live. Here, let me. Shiny thought. Okay, so like also side note. Oh, were they bitching about it on what, the t-shirts or the gas money? Oh, or the musical. I don't know. There's so many things that I do that people bitch about. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys watch Stranger Things. I was watching Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. I caught up on the seasons, and that song, that Kate Bush song, has been stuck in my head for like days now. I don't like that song. I'm just gonna be straight honest with you, but it's stuck in my head. All right, so logging into PayPal, I can see that we have about $240, $241.18. That's pretty cool. We met the goal. I set the goal 200 this time, and yeah, so we met the goal, so that's awesome. You guys rock. And I'm going to say 230. Wait, what was it? 250. 255 actually. It's 255. So I'm going to say 260 right now. I'm going to throw in my own money. Divided by 2. So that means Barb and Pete get $130 each right now, which is pretty cool. So you guys rock. Probably actually going to round it up more on my end because I think the gift cards are only set at a certain, like, you can't just put a random amount. You have to put like a certain amount on it. So yeah, it's the gift card pool is still open. I figured I'd leave it up for a little bit, let people get a chance to donate to that. That's also another thing that if you guys do choose to donate, and I will be sending you a little gift from Team Brendan Talks. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I might make something like a pin like last time, whatever, maybe. So hold on, let me post this in the chat for you guys. Yeah, let me post this in the chat for you guys. So if you want to donate, you can. Chat for you guys. There you go. Just click that link, and yeah, yeah, the little, it's just going to be a little gift. It's not going to be, it's like last time when I sent everybody those pens, just as a thank you for doing that. Brendan really appreciates this kind of stuff too, because it's, you know, gas is expensive, especially these days. And oh, they're logging me on. And with, you know, his parents want to visit him as much as they can, and realistically, you know, sometimes that's only once or every week or two, right? And you know, it's just it's something that I feel like us supporters can help them out with, to help relieve the burden, so then that way they don't have to worry about, can we go visit him this week, because do we have the money to do it? You know what I mean? It's more expensive than what people think. It really is. Gas money alone nowadays, but like, you know, if you want to go there and you want to, like, so like I have a friend who's also incarcerated, and I used to go down there and visit every other weekend. Every other Saturday I would go and I'd visit him, and it was a 2-hour drive. And this was pre-COVID. I can't visit him now because of vaccination issues, but when I did go and visit him, it would cost me, you know, money and gas, so you got to figure that in. And then you got to figure in quarters and stuff. So like if you want to buy drinks or food, and a lot of prisoners, the food in prison sucks. So a lot of prisoners just like the visits just to take advantage of what's in the vending machines. You know what I mean? So like when I would go and visit my friend Devin, that would be our lunch, is vending machine food. And it's not what you think vending machine food. It's actually pretty good vending machine food. And, you know, that could be 30, 40 bucks right there. I mean, it's expensive. Prison is expensive. So if us support, that's how I kind of look at it. If us supporters can help his Brendan's parents somehow, and, you know, relieve some of that burden for them as far as the gas money or something, and I'm all for it. So yeah, so that's the PayPal pool for the gas cards. And then real quickly, I'm going to talk about Making a Murder the musical. So if you guys haven't heard about it, there's this person who is creating Making a Murder the musical. It's been coming for a little bit now. Let me see, actually. Here's the website for it. Now, I have actually talked to the guy who is creating and writing the musical, and he has agreed to come on this Saturday at 9 o'clock my time, 5 p.m., because he's in the UK. Oh, sorry. I was reading your comment, Carrie. I need to stop doing that when I'm in mid-sentence reading comments. This Saturday, so 5 p.m., because he is in London, so the musical is actually based in London. I didn't realize that until I looked more into it. But they're making a musical. Here's the website. I just posted it if you guys want to check it out. I'm really excited about this, guys, because I like musicals, and I think when done in the right way, it can be very powerful. And very powerful and meaningful in a way, because I know a lot of people joked about the musical. Like, oh my God, that's ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. Now, my comment is that there are a lot of very profound and amazing musicals out there that have really important messages and powerful music and all that stuff, like Les Mis, for instance. It's an award-winning musical that was made into an Oscar movie. And I think that giving the right context of how this person does the musical could be really something important, and can be really something that people can, I don't know, anything that puts Brendan and Steven's name out there, right? No, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be on live on YouTube. No, I'm doing a live discussion with the guy who wrote the musical on this Saturday. So if you guys want to learn more about the musical, I'm going to learn more about the musical. If you guys have any questions also, feel free to email me at brendantalks86@gmail.com, and I'll get some questions up, and we can I can send them his way and see if he's willing to answer them. I have some questions that I was going to send him actually anyway. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for him, I have tons of questions. Yeah, I've heard quite a few people make comments negative about it, but that's what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to say is let's give this a chance, because you never know. This could be a really profound, I mean, like there are some really amazing musicals out there with some really tragic themes to them that are just amazing, and they spread a really wonderful message. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with this, because it is a tragedy. It's a powerful message. And yeah, just like what Caroline is saying, it's insane that it's common knowledge that these innocent men are locked up for life, to the point where there's now a musical about it, but they're still in prison. That's what's crazy about it, isn't it? They're still in prison. So yeah, I definitely so like on the website it says our musical aims to take his story and not just examine it, but use it as a springboard to look at how the justice system in America and around the world really works, and then show you how the system is stacked up against minorities and the disadvantaged. I think that's a great message to put out there. So I'm interested in talking about it with him and getting it out there. I hope you guys are too. If you guys want to tune in, I'm going to post a live later on today. And right, exactly. Anything that will bring attention to the guys for more support, absolutely. You know? So we'll see what happens with it. Yeah, exactly, Caroline. Exactly. I actually, I was the second to the last episode of the first season, first watching through it, and I had to stop watching it, and I had to Google Brendan and Steven, because I was like, no way these guys, because I was kind of getting the tone of it, you know what I mean? You can kind of tell the tone of where this stuff was going to go in the documentary. And you were hoping against all hope that there would be some sort of like happy ending to this story, but then I was like halfway through, like second to the last episode, and I had to Google it because I just had to know. And it's like, oh, they're still in prison. I was like, what the actual? Like, are you serious? That's insane to me. It still is insane to me, and I've been involved in this for how many years now? So, but yeah. So another, the website says, we aim to tell the story in an engaging and entertaining way in such a manner that will be easily understandable to anybody who has ever seen the documentary series or even heard of Stephen Avery. Although the case has characters and elements that are wide open to satire, it is virtually important to never forget that at the core of this story lies the murder of an innocent woman, and we are committed to ensure that this is treated with absolute respect and solemnity that it deserves. So, in fact, it is because it is such a despicable crime that the question of who really did it becomes so fundamental. If Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey are innocent and they themselves are victims of a corrupt judiciary, then a vicious murderer who has been allowed to go free by an investigation that failed both the victim and the convicted. It is the aim of our show to question this and leave the audience member feeling informed, entertained, and outraged. And then you could add your email address to find out when a show will be happening near you. I know they're going to be over in the UK. I'm not sure. But yeah, written by BAFTA award-winning writer Phil Meaney. I hope I pronounced that right. I've never heard of Ma'am when I watched it. Both seasons nearly straight through because I wanted to get to the end with Brendan was I know. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, and it's literally like somebody reaches in and grabs your heart out and just like yanks it out of your chest feeling. You know what I mean? That what happened to Brendan, like I thought it was a joke what happened to Steven, because like you have somebody who was wrongfully convicted the first time and then he's wrongfully convicted the second time. Like that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that's like lightning striking twice. You know what I mean? But then you get to the part where you see Brendan and he's just this kid. I was so angry. Yeah, it's in the UK. I mean, if they come over here to America, depending on where they come to, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could go to New York or anything, but yeah, by the same people. It's just an absolute crazy, crazy thing. Yeah, I hope that if there is I'll be asking him that though, if there is a way that us people who live in other places, if there's like a way online or maybe we can buy like a copy of it or something like that, because I definitely want to see it. I wish that Brendan and Stephen can see it themselves. I think that they would, I wish that they could see a lot of the media and stuff that involves them, and unfortunately it may not be. It's so obvious, and the .org site documents sent. How can it still be? I know, under your scars. It's crazy, isn't it? I don't know. I don't understand how Governor Evers, and this is where I'm going to get on my soapbox about this. I don't understand how Governor Evers can look at anything involving Brendan's case and sit there and be okay with the fact that this guy is still sitting in prison. There should, like, just right off the bat, is there any evidence that Brendan committed a crime? The answer is no. There's no evidence that Brendan committed a crime. Yes, you have this confession, but then if you actually look at the facts of the confession, like you actually look at, okay, well, he was 16, he had intellectual disabilities, communication issues, he was coerced. People are using his coerced confession and interrogation as research and studying it and saying, Like, this is how you not do it. And yet this kid is still, it's just crazy. I don't understand how anybody, especially Governor Evers, can just be okay with what he's allowing to continue to happen to Brendan. That to me is insane. And like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I do know that their cases are technically their cases are happened. I went through almost a whole hour and then it didn't happen and now it happened. So what do you think of them apples? Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Steven, if so let's say Steven gets a retrial, and I hope he does. Let's say he does. That doesn't necessarily mean Brendan's going to walk out of prison the second Steven gets his retrial and wins that. Now, that being said, whatever happens in Steven's trial, Brendan's lawyers can use and benefit from. So I'm not saying that it's not. It's vice versa. If Brendan got released from prison and something profound happened in his case, it would benefit Steven. So it's definitely, they're connected like that, but they're not. They did it they had two separate trials intentionally because that they wanted to make sure that, especially, I think it was mostly for Steven's thing. I think they really wanted to make sure that Steven was not leaving prison. My personal opinion is I don't think they really care if Brendan is or isn't. This is just my personal opinion. No way. I think that they really just wanted Steven no matter what, and they were going to do anything. And that's why I say to people all the time, why do I think Bobby's innocent when there's no proof? Two, they didn't care who they brought down with Steven. If you think that they're protecting Bobby or anybody in that family, they're not. If they could have used Bobby to convict Steven, they would have used Bobby to convict Steven. If they would have used any of Brendan's brothers or uncles, aunts, cousins, anybody, if they could have gotten anybody to go down with Brendan, or not Brendan, Steven, they would have. They don't care about what happens to that family as far as that goes. They just wanted Steven in prison. So my personal opinion is that now you're asking yourself, well, if that's the case, Becca, then why is Brendan still in prison? Well, there's other elements to that. I feel like, honestly, a lot of it has to do with they don't want Brendan to sue the state when he gets out. They also, government in general, and I'm very anti-government, so this might be kind of off-putting to hear, but I think government in general really does not want to admit that they're ever wrong, because if they admit that they're wrong, then that makes them look bad. And I think that their best interests, they always have their best interest is to keep themselves looking right. So that's just why I feel like Brendan isn't leaving, you know what I mean? And I do also believe that, like I said, if they let Brendan out, then they have to admit that there's a possibility that Steven's innocent too. I mean, there's a lot of elements to this. But I think it does boil down to yeah, I think they just don't want to let it go. They don't want to admit that they're in the wrong. They didn't want to admit that they made a mistake. They don't want to, and then two, they just really do not want to let Stephen out. And they will do everything. But yeah, I say that's also why I feel like, and everyone has their personal opinions on this, but like, that's why I feel like the family is so afraid of the state and of speaking out sometimes, even because, I mean, look what they did to Stephen. They did it twice, and they were willing to do anything to get Stephen in prison and especially ruin this 16-year-old boy's life. What happened to Stephen's money? So he basically settled out of court. In Wisconsin, I believe the cap for a wrongful conviction was it 400,000 or something like that. So what happened was that because he was arrested literally the day before the court was gonna do a hearing on this, he basically settled out of court, and that so then he took his settlement money, which was the 400,000, and then he gave it to his lawyers for his now new conviction he was fighting with the murder. So it all basically disappeared with that lawyer fees and all that. Yeah, imagine that. He was never. Yeah. Hey, Roxana. So he was, and to be real honest with you, the $36 million, Stephen probably was never going to get $36 million. That was just him throwing a really high number out there. I mean, is it worth, his life was ruined for 18 years. So is it worth $36 million? There's no amount of money that will replace the loss that Stephen Avery had in his life. You guys got to imagine, he lost his wife, he lost his children, he had sons that when he went in, were just born, and he left prison when they were adult. They were grown-ups. They were 18, 19 years old. So he lost a lot, and can you put a dollar amount on that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So if it's 36 million, I mean, you could probably sue for more, for my opinion on that one, but unfortunately, I think they knew that was, it wasn't necessarily the money, it was the point of it, was the point of it. But he was probably going to get more than 400,000, which was the cap. So, I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I don't think they necessarily threw him in prison he didn't get an apology. I don't think they threw him in prison for the money. I'm just going to say it that way. I think they threw him in prison again because and it's like I said, this is my personal belief on how all governments in America is they were embarrassed. He was embarrassing them, and they did not like to admit that they were wrong. And that was their way of getting back at him. But that's just my personal opinion. I have no proof of that. I mean, a lot of people believe it is based on the money. I don't know if I think there's a lot more to it than just the money. Let's just put it that way. Yeah. I think they just really wanted him in prison. I think that's what happened the first time. They really just wanted him in prison. They didn't like him. They didn't like him. For whatever reasons, whoever pissed in somebody's cereal that morning, they were just like, F that guy. He did it. Throw him in prison. And yeah, that's just how it was. And, you know, there might be more to that particular thing. I know there's different theories out there, but I won't get into those. But yeah, just my thoughts on that. Also, that reminds me, I don't have his address readily available, but like Stephen Avery's birthday is coming up, I believe, next week, 2 weeks. If you guys want to send him a birthday card, oh, let me see if I can. Sorry, tired. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. And then also, we've got tons of like events coming up. And if you guys join, yeah. And also, all opinions in here are welcomed. I have my personal opinions with certain family members, but we just don't like bashing. That's all. That's all. So just don't bash anybody. But you mean everybody did have a part in the case that they played under. And I will say, as far as Kayla, and she was also a kid at the time, so I can't. I don't know. There's a lot more to that. Let me just put it that way. There's a lot more to it. I don't think necessarily she's 100% to, because she was a kid. You know, I think she could have been just as easily replaced in Brendan's situation, unfortunately. But there was other things that were happening. Like I said, I won't. What does she say now that she's being older? I don't think she has any comments on all of this, to be honest with you. I don't know. That's a story for another day, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot to be said about, they were kids. And she shouldn't have even been put in that situation. Yeah, there is much more to it. Yeah. I think I will say, I think a lot of the family is scared to speak up in some things. And that's all I really feel. There's just, I don't know. I hope that I hope that I do hope that, how can I say this? I hope that some people do find the courage to speak up and maybe bring a little bit more clarity on things. But, I understand where they live and all that stuff. It's hard to do. But, I still think they're all innocent, and they were all manipulated and used one way or another. And the end goal was just to get Stephen in prison, no matter who they manipulated, broke, forced, destroyed. I mean, the family was torn apart by all of this. You can't deny that. So, I mean, it's definitely, yeah. I think it was the money. They didn't want to give Stephen. They didn't like him. Yeah. I think it's more of they didn't like to admit they got it wrong, more than the money part. But I do think the money part played a factor. It's like, if I had a pie chart, then I think the money part would be smaller. Yeah, yeah. It's just yeah. Anyway. Woo! Here I am with the shitty camera. Anyway, so let's see. Saturday, Bacon and Murder the musical discussion. I am also hoping to have. Well, I mean, probably not after Saturday. After Saturday, it's going to be nothing but rally, rally, rally. So we'll see what happens with all of that. I'll be sending out postcards today. Oh, is Kathleen putting anything in now? Stevenson, she's supposed to be putting something in soon, as far as the because she's, like I said, she has a new petition that she's gonna be putting in. I don't know when that's gonna be. She doesn't really say when. She just does it and then tells us she did it. So I mean, it definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I heard a rumor, and I don't know if she tweeted it or if I just heard it. There might be new evidence in it, and I am extremely interested in that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think I'm gonna let you guys go now. Oh, I forgot Steven's address. Let me re-switch gears here in a minute. Let me bring up. I don't know actually if I have. Now I have a. Sorry. By the way, I guess they're still, while I'm talking about it, there's still Brendan Dassey ads on buses in Madison. I was told that that campaign ended, but I guess it's still happening. So I'm going to take a picture of it. Oh, that was Dieter in the background. And show you guys. I'm sure you guys have already seen it in other groups, but and then so let me actually scroll up. Let's see where is there a comment with his address that I can just nope, I don't see it. I'm hoping. But yeah, if you guys join the Brendan Talks group, you'll see a lot of the stuff I update you guys on routinely throughout the week as soon as I get information and stuff like that. So I'm going to be making a post here about the Bacon and Murder, the musical live that we're going to be doing. Also, the itinerary is officially up. I'm going to be doing a separate live on that, I think maybe tomorrow, just to, that way it's in one spot and I can show maps and stuff that way. Yeah, I'm okay. Can you guys hear me? Here we go. Here is Stephen Avery's new address. Oh, nice. Thank you. That's awesome. Here's his address. Stephen Avery His number, Fox Lake Correctional Institution, P.O. Box 189, Phoenix, MD 21131. Make sure it's the same way with Brendan as it is with Stephen. Make sure you put your name and return address. When you guys send him a letter, if you don't, he won't get it either. And also the same website I told you guys about Brendan, textbehind.com. You guys can also send stuff to Stephen through that. And the same thing with Brendan as it is with Stephen, and vice versa. Make sure you, if you do the text behind, make sure you put your address on that letter as well, because Stephen doesn't get he just gets the name, not the return address. I'm not sure if Stephen's big on writing people back, but just in case. I know Brendan tries to write people back. I'm not sure. I think Stephen's just got a lot more stuff going on, because Stephen's, I've heard personally, Stephen's a little bit more hands-on when it comes to his case, as far as where I thought I took a picture of it. Yeah, he's a little bit more hands-on with his case. So he does a little bit more research and stuff into it, and reading stuff. But yeah, he's still my personal opinion is writing letters is about showing support, giving them comfort of some sorts, you know. So I don't know. But Brendan does like to write people back. He will try to write people back often. You just also have to let him know too. You have to like say, hey, write me back. And he'll generally speaking write you back. And I'm trying to do this real quick while I'm talking. But hold on. I have a Taylor Swift song stuck in my head now. Isn't that crazy how that works? Anyway, so PNG bus. Put in downloads, sure. Okay. All right, so one last thing I'll share before I leave. If it will let me. I hope to see a bus too, Carrie. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to see that. I would love to take a picture of it. I don't know how we're going to do that, especially if I'm walking down the street. But I am not afraid to stop traffic for it. So we will see what happens. And I definitely hope to see one. Maybe even during a live, because I am going to be live in Madison during the rally. Sorry, just trying to navigate all of this. Download. Here we go. Bring this up. And then share. Window. Yeah, Caroline. We'll have to go bus hunting. See if we can find it. If it's still there. Like I said, I was told that they weren't doing them anymore. Like they discontinued it. But then I guess they just left it on. So that's cool. I don't know how that works, but that's cool, right? Too bad the billboards aren't like that. Those billboards are expensive. I donated to the new fund for that. Wasn't a lot, but you know, considering I'm going to be driving across country, Sing for us, Becca. But still, you know, anything I can do for Brendan, I donate to every one of those campaigns, whether, you know, I get acknowledged for it or not, or a thank you. Here is the bus that the person posted in the group. Hey, Rhonda. So that's cool that it's still up. And this was taken like a day or two ago, so that's awesome. Really cool. This looks like bus number 4. We'll have to remember that, Caroline and Carrie. Yeah, I try to do it. I try to participate in as much events as I can for Brendan because it's important to me to do everything I possibly can for Brendan, whether or not the person likes me or not, or lets me participate. Unfortunately, I can't participate in a lot of it, as far as like, because there have been times where I've sent pictures and stuff like that, and they've been denied. I sent a video once, and they didn't include that either. So, I mean, you know, I think you can't blame a girl for trying, but I do, you know, try because, you know, at the end of the day, it's not about me or that person. It's about Brendan, you know, so if, you know, I sent, yeah, we'll see what happens. If it can be in July and August. Ooh, I am live! Yes, I am live, but I'm gonna be nuts for very much longer. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's neither here nor there as far as that goes, but, oh, it's Carrie. That's who is talking in our live. It's Jinx. I saw that you were messaging me, Jinx. I just couldn't check it really quickly. Yeah, hopefully we make the list. Well, I'm already on a couple of lists there, Carrie. I'm already on somebody's list. I don't know a lot about this. I was just told that they're trying to do another ad on the bus, or is it billboard? So you can donate to, if I don't even really want to. If you guys are in the Justice and Freedom group, family ran group, they have the information in there. They're trying to do, they do billboards in buses. I can't really speak much on it because I don't know a lot about it because I'm not in there. I just know somebody told me, and I had the person's PayPal already, so I just sent the money. But I don't know what the goal number is. I don't know anything about it other than they're just trying to do. And like I said, I thought it was billboards. If it's for buses again, that's cool. What's that? What happened? What is this? Oh, okay. So, if you're interested in participating in that, you know, that's where you can start looking for it. I'm not going to post the person's PayPal on here because I don't feel comfortable doing that. But yeah, and like I said, I try to participate in all, like anything I can, whether I'm welcomed in it or not. So, well, is it kind of me? I don't know. I just want to do everything I possibly can for Brendan. I think that's what it boils down to. I believe run July and August for, okay. So yeah, I knew the number was big. Yeah, I'm on the shit list, they call it. I'm on the naughty list. I have made I am a troublemaker. Certified professional troublemaker since 1986. That's this girl right here. Troublemaker. All because I speak my mind. And I personally think it's a sexist thing. No, Santa does not come to my house anymore, Jinx, because we are now a Jewish household. So that too, but also because I'm going to be on the shit list too. Yeah, if you hang around me long enough, Rhonda, I guarantee you will probably be considered a troublemaker too. I'm pretty good at being a troublemaker. Because you're naughty. Okay. But yeah, anyway, so that's the buses. I think it's pretty cool, and I hope to see one in Madison. And yeah, if you guys want to know more info on that stuff, we named her the shit. If you guys want to go to the Justice and Freedom group, they have more information on that. I can't give you because I can't see it, so I am sorry for that. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna end this live on that wonderful note. Screen number 2, yes. We call Carrie because there's 2 Carries. And so Carrie Ann is considered number 2 in our little group. So that's why we call her the shit. She's number 2. Anyway. Yeah. So I'll see you guys Friday, and then I'll see you guys Saturday, and I'll see you guys in your mailboxes as far as sending out postcards. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Stay well and blessed, and do good things for Brendan, and stay positive for Brendan, and do good things for Brendan in Brendan's name, all about Brendan. Let's keep being positive. And yeah, also, if you guys still want to contribute to the video thing that I've been doing, please still do. I'm still doing it. I actually have another video I'm going to be making and posting soon. And then I'm probably going to pause until after rally. But you can still send the stuff if you want. So, yeah. Let's go do good things.
We got the worst, and the Icarus.